So our resolution in Broward County was about the American Muslim Heritage Month and declaring the month of June, in conjunction with the month of Ramadan, that we would bring about a better cultural awareness and cultural sensitivity throughout Broward County and nationally for that matter, in addition to the fact that we've had just so many negative associations with Islam and the Muslim religion, and just to drive home the point that the Muslim religion is not about any of the things and the violence that you see on in the TV and in the news media, and so that's one of the reasons why we felt like it was so important to do that. So I thought that the question and answer session of the evening was probably the most enjoyable, because people who are not of the Muslim faith have had the opportunity to ask questions about why we worship the way we worship, why we do the things that we do, and why it's so important to separate true Islam from that of the terrorists and extremists that claim Islam to be their belief. And so I thought it was a great evening to provide clarity on that and to provide meaningful discussion, and I thought it went well. You know, peace is an interesting thing, because just when you think you've achieved it, upheaval occurs again. But I believe that every religion goes through its cycles of persecution and inflammatory issues. And I just believe that Islam, the Muslim religion, that this is just our time, and I do believe that it will pass very quickly. I know that it seems like it's been forever, but I do believe that it will eventually pass, and then we will then enjoy peace again. And I think that looking forward to that is what keeps us going and keeps us motivated. And so I think that the only thing we can do is continue to pray, and inshallah this ends very soon.
I always enjoy coming here and learning. It was great to learn a little bit more about the 5 pillars and the background of Islam, and just the community and camaraderie, and I really am honored to have the mosque here in the city and partnering with them and their outreach. And I think the more we do this and the more we realize what we have in common and our commonalities, and bring that clarity to the whole realm of God, and share those. So it was good. And tonight I love the questions and answers. I thought that was really positive. In our community directly in Hallandale, we've always had a mantra that we're one Hallandale. We're 4.4 square miles, and we have, even as elected leaders, want to focus on one Hallandale. And we're extremely diverse, so we have that as a blessing. And sometimes, there can be differences, but we, again, going back to tonight's message, that we have so much in common that if we all work together. As far as a state and a nation and a world, we need to have more people come together, like in an evening this evening, and talk about what the commonalities are.
The importance of that is to show our Muslim community that we care, and we are here to support our community. We believe in one and togetherness. And the most important thing that night that I take away from that was the children. You guys, they brought the children out, and it was important for the youngsters to see us working together as a city, as a community, and to supporting the Muslim community. So that was very special, and it means a lot to me because of where I live in the city of Miramar and all the support that I got over the years from the Muslim community. So that was very, very touching for me. The diversity here, people from different faith, different background here listening and sharing and partaking, and especially to the display that you have here. That's very important to show what we meant and what needs to happen, and you guys are doing that here. So it was very important to be here and to experience that.
This evening has been beautiful. It was truly an honor to be part of a commemoration during Ramadan like this, and I look forward to that continuous participation in the community. For me, it's about peace. It's about peace here in our community, about being able to get along and work as one, each and every one of us, and world peace. Now, we want peace for our nation and the rest of the world. And I'm truly impressed with the Muslim community that they're asking for the same thing. And every community, the Christian community, they're asking for the same thing. We all want to get along. We all want peace. So I think we can do this.
I sent emails out to all the mosques in the area, and the only response I got was from the Ahmadiyya community, which was really remarkable. And so for the last 5 years, every semester, we have students that come out to get to know the Muslim community, Muslim students and non-Muslim students, which has been pretty amazing. And then we've also started a lecture series. So every year we do one Ahmadiyya studies lecture. So scholars anywhere in the world who are working on the history of the Ahmadiyya community come and give a lecture, and the lecture is sponsored by the community. And eventually we're hoping to develop it into like a long-term program, so you can actually get a degree in sort of the history, sort of Ahmadiyya studies, and sort of develop that. So we're trying to develop collaboration between academia and the Ahmadiyya community. And it so far has been amazing, and we hope it'll go great places. Part of the reason why it's very important, especially now I think in the United States, is that there is a lot of negative media against Muslims. A lot of, I think yesterday there was some sort of march against Sharia or something, and there's a lot of sort of groups that have very negative viewpoints of Muslims. So bringing in, doing these sorts of open houses basically is what this was, right? Allowing the larger community to see Muslims in practice, to understand that faith is about social justice, is about peace, and sort of to do interfaith, I think really helps to develop what we really need in this country, which is to develop a network of social activists who are working towards progressive sort of ideals, you know?
But this evening I thought it was special because it was one of the few years when there was a confluence of all the three major Abrahamic religions coming together in terms of the Shavuot for our Jewish brothers and sisters, Pentecost for the Christian brothers, and also Ramadan for the Muslim community. And I think that that's significant. It's significant because it shows that we all are one and that we all can live in peace. But more importantly, that God has allowed this to happen, that all three are focusing on our God on that particular day, which is the one true God, the same God of Israel, the same God of Islam, right? The same God of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the same God that Christians worship.
As I'm Jewish, I realize that all religions are pretty much the same. As we celebrate our fasting days, the countdown to when you can actually eat is always the same in all religions. And I realize that it's just so important that we all come together, especially today.
कोई भी चीज़ जो सबको इकट्ठा करे वो की जाए, इससे अच्छी बात क्या हो सकती है। और फिर अवेयरनेस इतनी ज़्यादा है, अनअवेयरनेस अपनी कम्युनिटी में, लोकल बने से अपनी कम्युनिटी मीन वी आर अमेरिकन नाउ इन अमेरिका, इतनी है कि जब तक हम उनको एक्सपोज नहीं करेंगे अपने आप को, उनको पता नहीं चलेगा, क्योंकि अभी तक वो गलत बातें सोच रहे हैं और उनको पता नहीं लगता कि हमारे में अच्छाइयाँ क्या है। अमन के लिए एक ही चीज़ हो सकती है जी, और वो ये है कि एजुकेशन और यूनिटी विद अदर्स, सबको इकट्ठा किया जाए, लीड किया जाए, उनको एजुकेट किया जाए, और जो गलत काम करते हैं उनके अगेंस्ट वॉइस उठाई जाए। अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो गलत काम करते हैं उनके अगेंस्ट वॉइस अभी तक नहीं उठी कोई, तो वो समझते हैं कि हमारे से डर गए। आवाज़ उठानी और इकट्ठे रहना बहुत ज़रूरी है।